didn't see you there. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's Learning with Line 6 session. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I'm your old pal, Tony Camponovo from the Southeast, coming at you from Nashville, Tennessee today. And welcome to the live stream. What's up, Spain? What's up, Fred? Hola. Thanks for tuning in, man. Today you're stuck with me again, and we're going to talk about some fun. What's up, Italy? Thanks, guys. We're going to talk about this little preset that I'm sporting here, and I'll just play a couple. This preset I have fondly named Shred Mode On. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of break this guy down. This is actually a preset that I use a lot. So I'm just kind of really enjoying sharing some presets with you guys these days. Stuff that I made and that I actually have used. So I'm actually gonna share a link with you guys, and you can hear some stuff I recorded with this. I use this for recording a lot. If I'm doing like the prog rock thing, anything that's gonna be pretty shreddy. I used to be in this bad habit of using too much like delay and reverb, and maybe too much overdrive sometimes, trying to do the shreddy stuff. And that stuff is so deceiving when you use a lot of time-based effects, because it kind of takes away the attack and it smooths out your playing a little bit in the same way that using the neck pickup on your guitar will do. But that really muddies up your sound a lot and can almost sometimes all those things like distortion and delay and reverb can almost be your enemy when you're trying to play something really fast and articulate that's considered like shred. Because if it's shredding, I'm going to assume you're probably going to be using distortion anyway. So you got to kind of use that distortion carefully and with discretion. So let me reconnect. My Helix keeps disconnecting from my Helix editor keeps disconnecting from my screen here. So as soon as that reconnects, I'm going to hop over. And here we are. Let me just turn everything off. So I'll kind of talk about what I have going on here, and hopefully you guys can see that okay. So what I'll call out first is just that I'm using this Placator amp, and that's just a really great sounding amp that's in the Helix. And I've got the bass and middle is normally I do something where I would like do a reverse scoop and boost the mids and have less treble and bass. But the way this guy sounds particularly, I have the treble boosted, and honestly I may want to bring some of this bass out of here just because I'm going through a power cab in my room, and so my power cab's got a lot of bottom end because I have it just the way I have it set. So maybe I'll take a little bass out of it. But if you didn't see that before I changed it, bass and middle were on 4, and the treble was up to 7.5 or so, 7.4 to be exact. But who's really paying attention? Sag is right there in the middle. There's the master volume. Presence is moderate. Let's put that right on 6. It's not too high. I consider 8 to be high, 8 and above to be pretty high for presence. So 7 these days is about the highest I'll go, unless I'm really taking a lot of treble out of my sound. So that's how this dude is set. Now, the secret ingredient about this guy, and I hope you guys don't get mad at me for this, but I've got a third-party IR running here, and this is one of the Ownhammer Cab IRs. So just so you know which one it is, it's this 2x12 Bogner cabinet. It's got a 121 mic on it, which, you know, as you know from the Helix, the 121 mic is a great guitar mic, always sounds good, and that's one of the top 3 mics I use. So anytime you can use a 121, you're in a good situation. This guy already has the 121 on it. When you get these IRs from like Ownhammer, you know, anytime you get something that's like a third-party IR that you add on to Helix, you can't change it the way you can change a cab IR that's already factory built into Helix. But there's usually a lot of options, and you can kind of go through them and pick which ones you like. I picked this one, and just so everybody knows, I have shared the Ownhammer link up here, so you can go there if you don't already have this. I know a lot of you guys already have these IRs, so that's why I'm kind of sharing it with you, so you'll know which one I'm using. And I have shared the preset up here. So the first 2 comments in the thread will be the preset and the IR. So that's where we're at amp and cabinet wise. And now let's get to the, you know, kind of things that I do that may be unique to my taste. You'll notice I don't really have a lot of effects running here, but I am using the second line of DSP. I've combined them and put the compressor down here, and I just do that to reserve space to put, you know, if I want to add more stuff to it. I like to try to kind of spread out my DSP usage, so I just ended up throwing the second compressor down here. You can probably squeeze it up here and it'll be fine, but sometimes I'll add effects to it and stuff, so I just kind of save it like this. I have 2 compressors, and we've talked about this before if you've tuned into any of my live streams in the past. So the compressor at the very beginning of the chain is the red squeeze, the good old red squeeze, and the mix is at 50%. I don't want to go higher than that. I do have the level at 5.4, so, you know, I'm getting some sustain out of it and just a bit of compression. But then I also throw in the good old LA Studio comp at the end of it. It is also mixed to 50%. And if you want to take any notes there, I've got it set to compress. Gain is right there at 6.2. That may not be that important to have it right at 6.2, but that's where I have it. And so let's just hear the amp with the compressors, because I kind of normally keep the compressors on just for this. If I put them in there like that, I'm probably going to use them. They're just automatic. Nice dry sound. I don't have any overdrive pedals added to it at the moment. And it sounds good. I've got it on the bridge position humbucker right now. Sometimes I'll pull it, you know, I'll do the coil tap and it'll be like a single coil, which I really like. Sometimes that cuts through a mix better if you have like distorted rhythm guitar. Sounds good in this middle position too, so I'm still on, got basically 2 singles. So that's just a good dry sound, and then we'll go. Here's the neck position too, as a. Still got a nice transparent sound. You can still hear that single coil vibe a little bit, even though it's, you know, it's a pretty high gain Okay, I think I'm going to go stick with the humbucker sound for this. Just a little more. Now, here's where we get to the time-based effects where I was mentioning earlier. And, you know, I know some of you guys may already know this, but I'm talking about it anyway. Here we all are. Let's hang out and have fun, right? Thanks, Charles. So I've got the simple delay in my chain here. But I also have some plate reverb. Now, neither of these are turned on right now. But you really don't necessarily need them both. And this is just what I've discovered from using this kind of stuff. Let's try each one at a time. Hola, Mexico. So I'm going to turn on this simple delay first. It's not. I don't have a ton of it in there. 18%, 19% mix. You know, we can make both those 18 just so it looks nice. Sometimes my parameters get altered. So let's just hear this now. It just gives you enough. It's almost like the delay creates the illusion of reverb, but it's a little less sloppy in some cases. So see, there's just a little bit of delay in there, and it adds a whole lot of dimension, but I'm not using as much as I might want to use when I'm first pulling up delay. You know, it's just easy to, delay is like a slippery slope, so you got to be careful. So now I'm going to turn the delay off, and we'll go over here to this plate reverb that I have, and I'll let you hear what I have there. And again, there's not a whole ton of it in there. when I'm using this preset, it's, you know, I use this for a heavier thing, and if you have like some aggressive drums and all that sort of stuff, you just don't need a lot of reverb and delay. It muddies it up, you know, but I have a little bit in there if I want to use it. So just a little bit of plate reverb gives it a little bit of something where it just doesn't feel so dry if you're, you know, playing music. And so there's really a, you know, I'm using a small enough amount of these to where I can use them together. And it's a beautiful thing, you know. You get the two come together and create a nice bit of ambience. That's a nice little bit of sustain there. Sorry, I keep playing the same licks over and over again, but you know, when you got some delay and reverb together, it just really makes you get that mountaintop vibe. Quite there yet. Let's put some distortion on there so we can shred really easily. So, you know, if it's a shred mode, you need more overdrive. So I've got my two, or maybe not my only two, but two of my absolute favorite overdrives going here. And again, this is something you can use. We'll do them one at a time, and if you really want to be crazy, you can stack them. Is my mic only on one side on purpose? You mean my vocal mic? It's probably not, but I don't know. I don't know how I have it set. As long as you can hear me talking, hopefully it's all good. But so I'm gonna show you the two overdrives that I have here. Let's look at the first one, which is the Heir Apparent, and this thing sounds really good. So now we've just got the Heir Apparent stacked on top of the sound I just. nice good bit of shreddy sustain that we can use. And coffee will help with that too. It tastes better out of this mug for some reason too. I guess it's because it's my Affiant Records mug. Anyway, so let's check out the other Overdrive pedal. I've got the Horizon Drive on here. This is another interesting and unique Overdrive pedal. So I've turned the Air Apparent off, and I've got the Horizon Drive. So again, a really nice, good shreddy sounding Overdrive. See how it sounds up on the neck position with, some single coil action. The single coil, so you still got plenty of gain for something like that. And then what happens if we here's the single coil in the bridge position too, just back to that humbucker. And then, what happens if we stack both of them together? So we've got the Air Apparent and the Horizon Drive. For a rhythm track or something, I would turn the delay and the reverb off, because this is a heavy sounding rhythm and you just don't need all What's up, Charles? Sitting in your man cave in Germany. Cool, man. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. And there is my boy, Josh Sneed, which I'm going to be talking to you later on this afternoon. You found me. What's up, buddy? Good to see you tuning in here, man. Thank you. Y'all check out Josh. He's killing here in Nashville. He's doing really good, and he's my bro. So yeah, good to see you there, homie. So there it is. I've pretty much given you guys all the things that are in this amp. I've talked about all of them. There's not a lot going on, you know. Sometimes less is more. Oh, can't believe I said that. But you know, sometimes more is more. Just turn everything on and have it wide open. Yeah, a lot of gain going on there. So that's why we call it shred mode on. So I've got the link to this preset at the Line 6 custom tone page. So go check that out. Added a link to the Ownhammer website, just if some of you guys don't already have that. And if you'll look down below the third comment, I threw a link in here of this preset in action. So there's a tune in there. That's me doing a performance of a tune I wrote, and you can go check that out. I did a video for it, and well, you'll see this guitar and maybe another guitar, but you'll hear this preset all through it. So I thought I'd add that if you guys wanted to go check it out and see the kind of context that I have recorded this preset with. So go check that out if you want to, and also follow me on Instagram, you guys, just at Tony_Camponovo. And also check my music out on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, Apple Music, everywhere, Deezer, everywhere you can get music. Check it out. It's all there on Affiant Records. So check that out. I hope you guys got something out of this. Appreciate all of you tuning in. Happy New Year. And stay healthy and stay safe. And I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Peace.